Hello, Lifers. It's Jason Love with Jason Loves Life and
Evelyn and
sorry, got a little shaky. Where are we?
Madeline Island.
Oh, yeah?
With Grandpa, we're taking a ride right now.
Who's Madeline?
Madeline Island. It's the island.
Oh. And then we got a chauffeur here.
Hello.
Are you just naturally out of focus, or here? Hold on.
That's by design.
Yeah. All right. You guys ready to go check out some places?
Yeah.
All right. It's a little rainy, but it still looks cool. Are there a lot of dirt roads still?
Oh, there's one real big one, unless they paved it.
'Cause I remember like 5 years ago they were paving all. These were all dirt roads then.
Well, I remember I was alive when they paved the road I lived on. Like we went and stared out at them because it was such a big deal because we were just a dirt road. This was in the 80s.
And then you evolved into a real person.
And
real
someday
streets.
you'll be a real boy.
Yeah, one day.
There's the big moose.
Oh, that's a big
That was
moose.
Chris's big moose, or it was.
Oh, Chris is a puppet maker. That
From the puppet church.
yeah, we have a long history. I assume he knows who we are. But
You lived there.
I know, but that doesn't mean he knows who I am.
You lived in the puppet church. He rented you space.
Yeah,
He knows who I am. He told you
Oh.
how to find me.
sort of.
He did. You asked him because I said I had known what he bought my bus. He bought my dad's bus, and then I pointed that out, and then you tracked him down by phone and said, "Okay, who did you buy that bus from?" And then you came over, and then just looked around for me.
No, that's not what happened.
No, in between there and then you called me.
So that was how I got your phone number. Was I asked?
How you got my name?
Yeah, I got your last name because I asked. He said that we found out that he had bought the bus from Leah's dad. So I asked asked Chris who the person's name was, so I could get her last name, and I looked it up in the directory. So
Some of these buildings on the inside, I used to go on the inside because my sisters used to clean for when they were teenagers for the residents. Like that one in there had a floor that looked like it was from the 1940s, but people only come here during the summer, so it gets like zero wear, so it's able to stay nice looking for so many decades.
kind of unusual colors, a lot of these.
How do you think?
I don't know, that's an unusual color, right?
Blue.
That dark blue? Yeah, I don't know, it just looks really dark. I guess these are all white. So
I used to live there. That was my window.
Which one, the White House or the
They added a door onto it. There's a balcony. Not the white one, the one behind, in between this white one and the gray
Can't
one.
really see through.
That was the old Thirsty Sturgeon. That seems so odd because,
focus.
yeah.
So you can see it this way. There it is.
Yeah, right there.
Because that's still a school, right?
Yeah, it's still the school.
That's the school you went to?
That's the school I went to. It had 2 rooms, but it was like a 1-room schoolhouse because the 1 room was for preschool kids. I went to school with all the other grades. In fact, Demelza taught me how to write my name in cursive.
Who's Demilza?
She was a girl I went to school with. It's a carriage house that goes
Nice.
with Woods Hall.
Whoa.
Beautiful place. It used to be rented out. In fact, I went to a wedding there for Eloise, and Tyler when they were married.
Can't really see it.
One of the Souls' houses. Is that house gone? They knocked the house down? Oh my god. 'Cause I remember that house had pews from the original church on the island at one point. And up here, I think on the left
That
is
tennis court?
the approach for the ice road.
Is that it is a tennis court or something?
Yeah, there's some private tennis courts. But I think this was the approach for the ice road and wind sled.
Oh.
Marcia used to live down there.
So in the winter, explain the ice road and wind sled.
There's a period of time when you can't get a ferry through the ice because it's too thick, and you can't get a car over the ice because it's too thin. So you get a wind sled, which is just a sled that is propelled by a giant noisy fan on the back of it. And the fact the last time I rode in one, it was you and me before the kids were born, and an islander who I was like, oh, what's this coffin doing here? And that's how I find out one of my friends had died.
Basically, there's a coffin by our feet inside.
There was a coffin inside of the wind sled. It was Kevin. Poor Kevin. But yeah, that's the wind sled. So if it goes over the ice, but if it hits water, it can go through the water, like no problem. And then when there's too much ice and not enough water, then we just start driving. And
then the ice road is when it, like from ice road truckers, when it freezes over.
Yes. It's not guaranteed, and it doesn't always work, and some idiot every year tries to take something heavy and expensive over for free and breaks it and kind of ruins it for everyone. There's a house at the bottom of the river, of the lake right now. There's pictures of it because someone always wants to try and take something over without paying for it, so they wait for the ice road, and then they don't realize how heavy they are, and then their house is on the bottom of the lake.
How else would they get a house across?
You pay someone to ferry it across.
Someone who would have like a giant...
Yeah, or you build it over here, which is also expensive.
Take it apart, yeah.
I do not know how to move a house piecemeal. Like, barge it over. I think you could just put it on a barge. Do you know what? I'll be darned, I don't remember. This road goes all the way back.
Yeah, it looks like... Well, I guess it keeps going, it curves.
But I think that might be someone's private road. Because I don't remember ever taking... It's been so long since I've been on some of these roads. But I love driving on the dirt and gravel roads.
I think this is going to be a very driving-oriented episode. Partially because it's wet out.
You could get it over on a barge. There's plenty of barges.
Yeah, I can see how, it would be a lot more expensive than, if in theory, if it didn't break through.
Somebody took over some logs one of the last times I went over, and they made a huge crack in the ice. It didn't ruin the road, but you had to like be very careful because this crack would take out your undercarriage if you went over it at top speed. And it's lined by other people's Christmas trees. Like, you donate your Christmas tree after Christmas is over, and the Arnie Nelson puts it out there to tell you which direction the ice road is going in that day.
Yeah. When you say line, you mean you put it on each, so it looks like, so basically you're trying to aim between the two.
No, there's just one line, and actually I don't remember anymore if you go in between.
I can't remember either, yeah.
I just want to be as close to the trees as possible, because and then I just follow whatever tire tracks other people have made in the snow.
Yeah, so you don't get lost. Or,
yeah, so you don't get lost, although...
Or find the thickest...
Shuttleboard. Where did I helped Dad, the last time I was here in the summer, pump out some of these houses. I went with him. Somebody.
Is there any dead hitchhikers?
Dead hitchhikers? Yeah, this house I think could help him pump out.
You know that walk along the road and then it turns out they're ghosts?
Oh yeah, all the time. You've run in with Large March, haven't you?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm going too fast. This is Nebraska Row. I think we're on Nebraska Row, or was that Nebraska Row?
No, I think this is because I saw
Sunny Slope. We were on Nebraska Row.
Oh, okay.
That's where all the rich Nebraskans came to build their vacation houses.
That's why it's called Nebraska.
Yeah, Nebraska Row, because they were all rich Nebraskans, or however you say it.
How do you say it, people?
There's a couple trees.
Is it Nebraskans?
Nebraskans?
Don't they go as like Cornhuskers?
I had a friend who lived there, Drew.
You had a friend?
I had a friend, sort of. We were little, or we played together. We went to school together.
You have an acquaintance.
I have an acquaintance. We're Facebook friends now.
Oh.
And the school's right there. With
we're back. There's a school bus.
My sister actually was the backup bus driver for a while.
So she drove from the back?
Yeah, she drove from the back. Thank you.
Don't forget to use your blinker.
It used to be that you could just walk into the school building for years. You could just walk in. Nobody else was there. And then just wander around.
Hey.
Oh my God, they have a Gaga pit.
A Gaga pit.
Oh, they got even cooler.
Well, that's a fancy... Can you play in the playground? That's a fancy playground.
Yeah, they changed it, huh?
I don't know. Let's
right
try
now it's rainy.
Yeah, maybe
Mom
we'll try
had
to
a job there. I think Michael Murphy's working there now.
The clinic?
Yeah.
Or the library?
Well, I love the library. See that bench? I wonder if they're still doing it, but that's where you returned your things.
Oh, you just left your stuff on the bench?
I just left my stuff inside the bench.
Oh, it
used to
opens.
be, yeah, this used to be. See how they'll have two
See,
doors?
there's a bench kind of hidden. Yeah, see the 2 doors, yeah?
This used to be an old schoolhouse. One side for the girls, one side for the boys.
Oh.
Yeah, there's a lot of buildings that have double duty here. In fact, I think the post office used to be a Mission Hill something or other.
Huh, that's a pretty sculpture, or whatever you want to call it. Let me see if I can zoom in. Kinda can. Oops, somebody's coming out. With books.
I babysat in that house. I think it's closed, babe. I asked you all if you wanted to go, and you were like,
Yeah, I think they said closed at.
A lot of these houses are for rent. I think maybe that one, and maybe that one. Maybe that one. There's a lot of houses here for rent. I used to babysit a lot of people. What else? Not the garbage. What do you call it? Sanitary place? Garbage?
Yeah, garbage dump.
Yep. And recycling and island exchange, where we used to drop off things and pick them up depending on need. That was nice.
Oh yeah, so the exchange is like it's almost like a resale shop, but no money is exchanged.
Yeah, it's literally just a building there they put there for people to drop off goods they don't want anymore when they're leaving the island, like tourists. And then sometimes look, there's the emergency services building.
Nice, looks fancy.
It's newly rebuilt from it exploding. It did.
What was that sound?
Somebody behind us.
There's one of the entrances
That's Leah's phone.
to the dump.
That's your mama's phone.
When I have memory here, we used to just burn things. It just used to be a big burn pit. Someone would come around there in a rake and some waders and scrape up the burn and keep it going. Is it open? The other side was open. Do you want to go through it?
Sure.
Let's see.
And the town of Pointe, Second Center, goes till 2:30.
So today?
Yeah, Monday, Wednesday, Saturday.
Okay, let's see if we can just drive through, because it used to be just a shed. Right there was the exchange, but it became so popular that that's its building right there. Oh look, there's sculpture.
Oh yeah, that's cool. That's a big.
This is the dump, honey bun. Now they call it the island closet, but if you know, you know. Yeah.
If you're on the end, look at that.
That used to be trash.
Yes, and they made a sculpture out of it.
Yeah, cool.
I think they opened another building, because I swear the last time I was in there, and it used to be in that building, but now it's in this building. Is it? There's a lot of buildings dedicated to this endeavor.
I
Whatever.
like that they made the skills out of bottles.
Oh, the gills are made out of bottles. Maybe we'll sneak over there if it's not too rainy right now.
See, it used to be in there. Now it's just bales of aluminum and old refrigerators. But yeah, this used to be a giant burn pit in the 80s. I remember it because I remember thinking so much space shouldn't be on fire, but it's covered now.
How do you know when you were not born in the 80s?
When you were born in the 90s.
Yeah, I just know your birthday. So you were born in the, do they call it the aughts, the tens?
Yeah, it's the aughts.
So you were born in the aughts, in the tens. Not the 1910s.
No, she wasn't. She was born in the 10s.
That's what I said.
I thought you said she was born in the aughts. She was born in the 10s.
Oh, I thought the tens were aughts. That's what I was
No,
wondering.
aughts is double
a
zero.
zero.
Like in a gun.
So like a double O.
Double O's is aughts.
You were born in the double O's.
She was not, though. She was born in the
No,
10s.
she was born in the tens. Yeah.
Yes. Is that clearer now?
It ought to be.
There's a lot of Democrats here. I like it.
Is that the airport back there?
Yes, that's the airport. You're looking at the runway.
So it's the runway to the airport. They don't. I wonder if they must have a tower. Or do they have a tower?
I don't know. I don't never seen a tower.
Yeah, I would assume not.
Small aircrafts.
I don't know where you'd put. Yeah, I think you'd see it.
But a lot of these little places here are just hunting camps. That's why you see some really defunct structures. It's because the people who use them get sick and then they just never get taken care of again.
We're at, I think, Big Bay Park? I actually don't know. But we found a phone. Hello? Which park is this?
This is the state park.
The state park.
No, I'm sorry, town park.
The town park.
My bad. State park's the other direction.
Yeah.
I wonder if we can get there because I don't know. People might still be camping. There's nobody here though, is there?
Not a lot. The phone's working though.
The phone, the payphone. It's the only payphone on the surface of the world I've seen
Yeah.
that works. Amazing.
Ooh.
On the sign
Yeah. Well, I haven't seen one in Wisconsin that works.
I've seen empty payphone
Yeah.
booths.
Leaving.
Well, pet one hand at a
Here,
time, please.
Do it together.
So we can see what hand
Put
the
your
other
hand
one
like
is
that,
doing.
go like this, maybe he'll lick it.
Sorry.
Oh, he did.
I don't know. You like having your ears scritched?
Oh, he loves that.
You love having your ears scritched?
That's actually how I won them over with Tucker and Dale, because they wouldn't really let anybody anywhere near them. And they're Jake and Luke's horses, so I don't want them to be wild and mean or scary or anything like that. So I just come out here and then I just pet them and pet them and pet them and pet them and scratch behind their ears. And then I was able to put a halter on Dale and capture both of them. And they weren't even
That's
scared
what-
at all. They just
I
let
did
me
this
halter
in
them
front
and
of the
walk 'em out the
biggest
thing and-
horse's mouth, and then went like,
Hi. Do you want some ear scritches?
He does. He is. He's a big
they
boy.
like it.
Do they?
Uh-oh.
They seriously like it.
Wait till he fills out. I feel like he's
Trust
gonna
me,
be
they
big
like
Big Red.
it.
He's young now.
You're a young baby.
Yes.
Tell if he likes it.
Look at his kisses. He loves kisses. Oh, no. That's a picker bush. Hey, stop.
Oh.
I don't want you to eat that.
Oh.
No, don't fight me for it. Don't fight me for it. Come on. Let me have it. Let me have it.
Gross.
What is it, like a artichoke? Oh, you're winning.
Oh.
Hashtag winning. Well, he's eating it.
That can't feel good.
He likes it.
Spicy for you?
They're all like, give me some of that. Silly.
He took the bait. He took the bait. A little alien though.
All right, let's go feed the human
Feed
kids.
the human kids.
Feed the human kids.
The
Oh.
horses are going to be so sad to see you go.
Bye.
Hug.
Oh, I don't like that.
Yeah.
Two coyotes?
Mm-hmm.
They're up to something.
Two Yoda-Yodas?
Get the gun. No.
You have a gun?
That's why we haven't been seeing our deer around here.
He went off the same way the other one went.
And he's gonna come up the side here.
Oh, that's so cute. Did you see that deer? It was running, but it looked like it was jumping.
Yeah, like it was jumping.
Yeah.
Looking out for deer because we already saw one get in the road.
Okay. All right. Bye.
We're almost home. All right. Bye.
Yes. Cool. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Have a wonderful, wonderful day.